Uh, this game at the moment is a buggy mess for console. And I mean that because it is somewhat unplayable. I mean, it's playable, but somewhat unplayable at the same time, meaning you could sit down and try to push past the issue and play the game, or you're going to get upset how it is feeling at the moment. And when I say this, I literally mean it with full-on sincerity, because to me it's unplayable. So you guys can see I'm on the island, and we're gonna go to my modded arcs right quick, as in like the mods installed. Okay. You guys can see it's basically the same. I just deleted some of the bigger mods and added on more like Dino mods and even Godzilla, right? But before Godzilla was added, I was having the same issues. I can't say, oh, it's because of the addition to the Godzilla mod. No. I could turn the mod off and still have the issue, okay? Same with like Big Al's Kacha. This actually adds the Karka to the game, okay? Because I've literally been around and have not seen one spawn until I added this mod. More Giga and Kartra spots again. I can delete this because, well, to me it's not really working anyways, so we'll go ahead and go to that. So Big Owls, so we gotta look down here. It's probably closer to the bottom of things. I ported things, but I'm also not seeing it now. Big Owls, come on. Or not Big Owls, it's the more Giga and that. My bad. I was looking for Big Owls. It's not that. It's the should be more right here. More Gigas and cartridge spawns crossplay. This can be turned off and show you guys that it'll work. Like it'll do it even without that. So we do have the Volanus report. Deinonychus, again, all this was added, but it was doing it before adding any of these, so I don't have to worry too much. Now, I've noticed there is a spawn I didn't see before happening, which is going to be, you'll see in a second if I save the game with having it. If not, I might be able just to fly over, because I kind of remember where it's at. But we're going to click on the island, and we're going to go single player. Before I do that, we are going to change a couple of things, one being in the world file here, maximum difficulty. I wish this would save, but it doesn't. I always set this to 4, and then hit save settings like that. And now we're going to save to single player here. And once it loads up, we'll load kind of fine in, but you're going to start noticing really, really weird stuff happen. Even if I do this and remove off, like you can see I was sitting here doing like ad experience and this stuff, because I was testing certain dinos, because I was looking at some of the modded dinos. I just wanted to see them because I couldn't find them out in the wild, so I was spawning them in. And then changing their colors, which is pretty cool, right? Even the brand new Karka, which is actually the modified version, which will actually be right outside. But before we do that, let's get into changing some stuff. So we're going to do r dot volumetric, like that. But we're going to do fog, and then we're going to do 0, okay? And we're going to do the same thing, but instead of fog this time, we're going to change fog to being cloud. So now to be r dot volumetric cloud space 0. And in doing so, it's going to clean up your world, give you some better FPS and stuff like that. And to show you that it will, I'm going to go in creative mode right quick. So like that. And fly up. So you can see how much better and vibrant this looks, but you can already see the tearing it's going on. Like, I couldn't look left and right all that well. And this is all the dinos I have with just that small building and this small building here. Not really that big. And I get tearing. And you guys will see that in a second, because you'll see this floor go from this floor to being something more like this speck of sand right here on the entire thing, right? And everything will lose and come back. And I kind of don't like playing, because for me it's unplayable, especially like if I ride a creature that goes kind of fast, you'll notice you'll kind of freeze, and then you'll wake up like moving really far forward. And if you're on a super fast creature, you could be at this end of the platform and then into the water on the other side, right? To me, that is unplayable. And we did do the new Charkas, and this is what they look like now, apart from, like, I did color them so I can have, like, the green one, the blue one. Now there's three different sets of the blue. So we got the regular, like, cyan, and then we have, like, cyan magenta, and then we have, like, magenta cyan. And yes, they are fungal together because I did use this mod here, which is a cool mod to teleport my dinos over instead of, like, spacing them out. I just click them all in. But if you notice, I'm flying around and not doing much, and I don't have that much of an issue. But now once I get on the ground and I start using, like, a pretty good dino, when I say a pretty good dino, like, even, like, my good old this stuff or the Moro stuff. Actually, where is my Moro stuff? Oh, wait a minute. One's right here. So the Indominus here, for the Indominus Rex is actually called the Moro Rex, and I was actually testing because I liked how this looked, and that looks absolutely wonderful. Imagine seeing this in, like, see the little blue areas, like the little spikes? Imagine those being bioluminescent and being, like, the bright blue, right? Getting a little bit of, like, every now and these little, like, purple slits being able to be bioluminescent as well, and then throwing it in aberration would be awesome. Okay, but get that mod idea out of the agenda at the moment, because at the moment this game is somewhat unplayable, and I don't just have that one, I have the Moro Raptor as well, which actually I put right over here. It's the Indoraptor, but they call it the Moro here. So you guys can see the Indoraptor is right there. Good old nice little thing, but here's what I was telling you guys about a little bit ago, and this is weird. I actually found a phoenix, and it was, like, right here. Like, it was flying around this little area here. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to tame it, as in, like, force tame it and stuff. But, yeah, let's see if I can't get the game to break a little bit to show you guys what I'm talking about is game breaking. Can I just do that with one of you, or are you not going to be fast enough? I don't think you're going to be fast enough to do it. Alright. Who do we use to show this? Because I don't want something too fast, but I don't want something slow as well. I want something kind of... There we go. See how that kind of just game broke right there? And I was like here, and then we just woke up down here? God. And it never used to do this. Like, this happened after the Aberration update. So something in that update that brought the DLC has caused this to console players. Okay, as you can see, I was flying around. I went from here to in my dino's leg in the matter of seconds, and it was like screen tearing. I wish I could show them more that comes with that, and the best way I could absolutely do that is through riding a dino or just walking around. Because if I can get it to do that while, like, moving, you guys will see, like, this ground right here go from, like, being able to see, like, whatever these little rock things are and that to being kind of like... How can I explain this? So if we went to the ocean here, see, like, right here where I'm looking now, like, how undetailed that kind of is. I mean, there is detail, but a little bit less detail. How it's kind of smooth, right? On that one section right there. Not like that over there where you can see the grains. But right here where it's flat, like, you can see there's a little bit less detail. The whole ground will become that. And why are my dinos moving? Hello? Why were they moving? That's gonna be a little weird. I'm gonna do that so that way my Phoenix and anything close nearby will get that, but that's weird. Why were they all just like randomly... Hold on. That is weird, because the Moro Raptor was right here, guys, next to this. Why would it aggro something way over here? Is my question. That is... Okay, yeah. There's something going on with after the update. And again, like, I started feeling this, like, before I started feeling it on the island, I felt it in Aberration, right? Like, I started noticing moments of it being jumpy and stuttery in Aberration. And then I'm like, okay, so I logged on today, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a break from Aberration, go play the island or some other map, and stutter galore, right? So far it's been 2 maps, but I'm going to say it's every map. We'll try it on stream. Let's go to a different map and see if we get the same stutter, right? And I don't know why the music there is so loud when it's supposed to be turned off. Oof. Um, Scorched, Aberration, the center. You know what? We'll go to the center. Why not? And see. I would say Aberration, but I know it's stuttery. The island we know right now is stuttery, and that's the base map, man. That's supposed to be the less, like, buggy one, because it's been out for a while. It should have more fixes than any other DLC. But I digress. We're going to move into the center and see if we get the same stutter issues. Just because I feel like it's going to be every map. Now, if it's not, that is going to be weird, but we're going to head over, we're going to go ahead and go into creative mode and see if we just randomly get, like, stutters. And what am I calling stutters? I don't mean, like, the speech impediment where people like that. Like, no offense, I'm not making fun of that. I'm just, yep, there goes a stutter right there. I mean, like, my game you'll see me going from this to freeze to this again, right? Is a stutter in Ark, and that's what I'm going to call it. Now that we've felt it over here, and I have nothing built on the map, only thing that could be done is creatures, but I can't really have overspawns because I can edit the I and I's. And the average I and I will tell you 0.1, which is actually 10% of the spawn weight can be this creature. And then you can only have up to a 1.0 spawn weight, which means only a certain amount of creatures can spawn in. With only a 10% being this, or a 5% being that, or a 50 being that, you know. So that way, you're not over-spawning creatures. And for console, it is 1.0, which means I cannot have over a certain maximum dino spawn wild out here. And for my game to stutter tells me there is definitely something going on in the update, and I never had this stutter with the older version of the game before update. So Ark definitely broke something. Alongside, like, now every map I go into has griffins, and I don't even have a mod for... Actually, I think I do have a mod for griffins, but I don't think I have the badass mod on for that, which is kind of weird, but... Anyways, we are back into being Ark again, where I first originally started kind of with Ark. Because originally with Ark, this map is where I actually started doing my channel from. Now, it wasn't with this ruin here, it was with a different ruin. Because we did here, then the center, but we originally started with this ruin here. So if you go back, way back in my channel, this is the ruin I kind of built into, was surviving out of, and had people playing with me, and it was like single player, but I could invite you guys to it, but you would have to be tethered to me, if you guys remember that. It was this ruin here. So we had that ruin, we also had this ruin, which this is the one I was mainly basing out of at the time, right? Right here. And I chose there because, like, it seemed like a good spot to build out of, already somewhat pre-procured for, like, ground and foundation and stuff. And then on top of that, I had water nearby where I could put my water dinos. Was kind of another reason I chose that. So, yeah, if you guys remember way back, that's where we started doing Ark on this channel. And that was back in Survival Evolved, not Ascended. Now, the one thing I don't like with the developers, which is something I've already thrown under review and put up on my channel if you want to go back and see that, but I'm going to cover it very briefly. Sorry guys, I have like a swollen part of my gum, so it's kind of messing up my speech a little bit. But pretty much is they're bringing all the maps from a game that they've already created, so we should not be seeing months upon months of releases for said content, because they're not brand new maps. They're not having to rebring all the, like, new assets into the game and then create the map by hand. They're porting the map that was already in Survival Evolved into a brand new game development kit and tool, And then they're adding little tweaks to it, like how does the map look graphically? So they'll update the graphic so it has, instead of this tint, it's this tint, right, to be more aesthetic. Maybe they add more cloud foliage and, extra other stuff in, but it's already the map they've already had. So therefore, should it have months upon months of release dates? No, it shouldn't. Because technically, when they render the map, right, they already bring it in, port it. Maybe it takes them 4 to 5 hours to port. Then after they port, they're adding all the new stuff and then re-rendering the map, which is probably going to take, we'll say, 24 hours. That's about a day and 4 hours so far into the map creation. I get it. They're wanting to bring new dinos, and they'll add new dinos into those maps as new creatures releasing with the map that isn't new, but the creatures to it will be, right? For a couple new creatures. Hence, like, we got, I think, the new spider, a new type of, like, gliding kind of feathered raptor, right, into aberration. But then you got to look at, like, okay, how long does it take to make those? And then port it into that map. Being something around that might take, I don't know, we'll say a week. Alright, and then re-rendering again, 24 hours. So now we're about, what, 1 week, 1 day, we'll say about 2 days. 1 week, 2 days. Okay? That's one map. Right there. And then they just port it. And because they've already worked, again, now with the island, the center, aberration, and scorched earth, right? And we're not going to call the other one, which is a mod you have to download in order to do it, which is also DLC. We're going to count just the regular DLCs that they brought to the game you don't download through a mod area. Okay? They've already worked 4 times now with each console, being PC with Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, right? In doing so, now they should know this time is what that allows to sync for one. This is for the other, and this one's for that one. Let's say PC takes 30 minutes, PlayStation takes an hour, and Xbox takes an hour and a half. They launch it on Xbox first for the platform, because again, it takes that hour and a half. They wait 29 minutes in, launch it to PlayStation. So now, when it's done for Xbox, it'll also be done for PlayStation, because again, we'll say PlayStation takes an hour, Xbox took an hour and a half, you wait 29 minutes in, it's only a minute counterpart between, right? Which could be made up for the time of, like, after you do that, it might take a minute for everything to start, which then puts it at that 30-minute marker for both to be literally at a 1 hour basis. Wait 29 more minutes, because again, you take that minute again for PC, right? Now it puts it at 30 minutes. PC will be done, Xbox will be done, and PlayStation will be done. Right? This whole kerfuffle of, well, they didn't sync properly, or we wanted all to get it at the same time, and the syncing didn't work on a time basis. You've worked 4 different mods, 3 mods at that point, 4 now, with that. You should have already known the timetables for each one and released in the proper manner to cover that. Okay, so it's bullshit. Don't let them feed you stuff like that, guys, and eat the bullshit. Call them out on it. Okay? Lastly, again, since their maps is already there, within, we'll say 1 year period, there should already be every map. That was already on Survival Evolved. Yeah, like, honestly, my argument, I could say in the argument, less than a year. Half a year's period should have been every map that's already been pre-released onto a different game, because you're just porting, changing a couple aesthetics, and moving it over. Right? In doing so, that should be in, bang, done, and released. Okay? Now, I'd understand, like, if you were doing a whole brand new map, right? Taking a lot of time because you're trying to work on the balancing, the spawn rates, this, that, and the other, right? Understand that taking months. But a map that's already out with the proper rates, you've already done the testing, being ported into a new thing, okay, maybe a couple things do go wrong in it that you have to fix out, should not be taking 6 months, should not be taking 4 months, should not be taking 2 months. At the most, maybe 3 weeks. Okay? At the most. They should be banging these maps out like candy for the new ones, which is not really new because they're not new. They're survival evolved maps, which have already been created. So technically old maps, right, that they're bringing to ASA. They should be banging them out like candy. Now, new maps that haven't hit ARC yet before, I get creating time is going to be time withheld. And having to create, right? That I'd understand, but maps that's already created, no. That should be in and back out immediately. Now again, I get new creatures and stuff, and maybe they want to do mod spotlights and stuff like that. That is a nice looking freaking Spino. Got another tear. Okay, so it's when I'm moving really fast at the moment, I get a tear. And yes, okay. If you are a mod developer and you're clicking this video after Aberration's release and you have not done this yet, Aberration's release has broke animations for a lot of creatures. You need to go into the game at the moment, test your creatures to figure out which ones are broken, which ones are not, and fix the animations to them. Or you're going to see the T-posing shark swimming through the water like we just did. Almost forgot to cover that too, because even that got broke. And what gave it away to me after release that something like that happened was I'm following the Anunnaki Discord, and I had the owner / developer to the mod, which there's multiple developers, so we'll say one of them, posted at everyone in a channel in there. After Aberration's release and update, some of the creatures, or all, have been broken with their animations. We are working on a way to fix that now. The update to SED should come out pretty soon. And the cool thing is, they actually worked on it and got the update out. Literally, I think it was like an hour after SED post. They fixed it in about an hour. And they have hundreds of dinos. You know, from between, you take a wyvern and do fire, poison, ice, you know, all the different variations, and make it that for their version, that for a boss version, and then do that with almost every dino, right? So you have hundreds of dinos added into this, and they fixed it within an hour. Okay? That being said, if you have mods on here and you have not done that yet, and you're the developer to said mods, we need some updates to fix their animations. Hence the shark we just noticed down here. So see, the Spino looks great. You can see its tail moving and everything. Then you look at said shark. It is not... It's literally just T-posing. It looks like a kid picked up a shark toy and is now trying to play with it in the water, right? It has no movement, no animation. It's logistically T-posing. You can see everything around it is working fine. But this shark that is now just like, I don't know, like flying towards me with no animation, because it's definitely not swimming with animations like that. It is just T-posing. Yes, that does need a fix. And again, like even the star creatures here. Not all of them got broke, but some of them did. I believe one of them did, because I was walking with it the other day, and it was literally just like, it was skating on the ground without having any movements. Good to see that spawning in. I've deleted that mod, so that's one of the things I did do, guys, is I went through and deleted some of the mods that wasn't needed, because ARC already added them as creature spawns and brought them to the game at base game, so you no longer need the mod for them. There's a couple I still have, because I don't know if every DLC map is going to have it, so I keep it just so that way I can make sure that creature spawns on a DLC map. But apart from that, we are feeling pretty okay on this map. I mean, we've had stutters, but they're not being super ridiculous with it. So we got the star turtle there. Let's see. Do you have an animation? No, you do not. So you can see even the star creatures here are our star creatures is, yeah, T-posing turtle, bro. How's your day going? So yeah, mod developers do still need to like go around to the thing. Look, that's a badass. It's probably a boss Spino too, from the Anunnaki mod, which actually fixed their creatures. And that's what these guys here need to do. Because you can see these guys are just T-posing around, and then you have like a Bronto that's over here. Like the average Bronto, I believe. Literally just walking around fine. And I'm not going to lie, he looks pretty stunning and awesome. And he's probably an Anunnaki Bronto. It's not a regular Bronto. I don't have the other thing to test that, but I can show you guys. And this actually comes from a mod. And it is called the Awesome Spyglass. But we're just going to type in SP. That should give us this, and then it's going to be this blue one right here. Awesome Spyglass mod. I love this mod because instead of actually having to hold the Spyglass, I can actually use this alongside other equipment. And that's actually very cool because I can do something like this. Let's go ahead over here. Let's type in LON, or LO, and look for the long neck rifle, right? So if I'm trying to tame a creature, other Spyglass mods has you hold the Spyglass like I would be holding this rifle here, looking at the creature and it telling you what happens, right? What it uses, how to tame it, blah blah, right? But now let's say I wanted to tame said creature. I want to look at its like torpor levels, but I don't want to have to keep like pulling it out, putting it up, pulling out, putting it up, right? I want it to stay on screen. I can actually do that now with this right here. As you can see, I can aim. It says no ammo. I can shoot, and it tells you that's its health for the red bar. Below it is its torpor. Hence, it says 1.6k, right? That's how much torpor it has. That's how much torpor I have to give it before it falls on the ground and gets knocked out. Alright, and it'll tell you what it eats. As you can see there, stemberry, emmaberry, azuberry, tintoberry, sweet vegetable cake, clanberry, Maganberry, Verdberry, Mayhoberry, base veggie, and regular kibble. So this guy would be like a thing for regular kibble. That's what you would bring to tame this guy, okay? That is awesome to be able to do. I'm taking it away because I don't like to have it on the screen all the time, but if I'm taming something, it will be there. Because a good little thing to do is like right here. If I wanted to tame this guy, it works with mods. As you can see, this is the star creature. It tells you how to do it. Tameable by KO. This is a male. It's also a wild. It tells you, you know, again, like if I went to this Bronto over here, this is a female Bronto, right? Where's the base game stuff, which actually I don't think this is a base game. Yeah, because it's a champion Brontosaurus. The champion stuff actually comes from Anunnaki mod. Compared to, I think this is a regular Bronto. Yes, that's a regular Bronto. Okay, as you can see, we do have a regular level 380 Spino here. And that's kind of why I upped the dino levels as well. Not dino levels, but the difficulty, because upping the difficulty gives you higher dino levels. Alright? Which is kind of what I love to do. Now, again, I did feel a little bit there, but I am flying super quick, and I don't expect the console to be perfect, but there we go. There is a Lightning Pteranodon right here from probably Anunnaki Ascended. So, you can see it does work with modded creatures. If I flew around long enough and tried to find more modded creatures, you would see it. There's a Prime Alpha Trike, which is tameable because it's an Anunnaki creature. It's not the regular alpha creatures. Regular alpha creatures will just say alpha instead of prime alpha. Now, prime alphas can be tamed. I'm trying to find another modded creature. That's regular baryonyx. Because I want to show you how this mod actually goes and looks into everything. Hi there, Nashor, Warden of the Beach. Which is an Anunnaki thing. I wish they would turn him down just a little bit on Anunnaki. Regular trike. That's another one of the Star Carrier turtles. And the cool thing is I'm off of that turtle and it still shows me a little bit. What I want... What is this? Regular Spino, level 540. Okay, that's weird that I'm finding that high of a level out here because the difficulty I have it set to, I don't think it should be 540. Okay, that's okay, I guess it might just be 540 now for the max level out here with the difficulty of 4. which is weird, but oh well. Regular Titanoboa, don't care about it. I'm wanting to find a specific creature or modded creatures to show you, but they're just not spawning at the moment. Hey, that's Paracer. Or Parasitherium, my bad. Also, I guess could be called a Paracer, ain't it? Technically. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Deinonychus, right? Does spawn. They're out here. I think there's actually another one, like, right here somewhere. It's just... There we go. Nope, that's a frog. Oh, hi. Boss Spider. Can we please not have that spawn like that, mate? Anunnaki Ascended, like... If, like, someone from the development team of that finds this... Oh, there's definitely a modded creature right here. It's this. The kick-ass, I think that just said, like, Fire Drake or something like that. But, back to what I was saying, if I do get a developer that sees that... Yeah, Fire Drake. Alright. The developer that puts most of the stuff together, gets listened to a lot. If you actually end up coming in here, can we please get, like, some of the bosses you have with, like, the boss bars and stuff? Something where you have to go to one of these to spawn it in, right? Like it used to be in Survival Evolved. Because I know, like, the usual thing for that was you come here and you put the stuff in, and you would be able to fight those bosses. I think that is how those, like, Life Bar World bosses should be. Because I think some of the reason of stuttering and world crashes could be that, too, for console. So I would love to see that be changed like that, or at least just change it for the console version. So when you go to when you make the mods, make, like, the different versions, make console and then PC, and then on the Steam platform, under their mod area, you upload the PC one, and then you go to wherever you upload the console version and make, like, what was called the cross-platform version, and set it to consoles. And then another thing to be a good update is lessen the Anunnaki creature spawn rate. And you know what? I think Ark might have broke something in their update to allow more creatures than usual to spawn in. So yes, that might be a thing. But like this spider here I was telling you about earlier, that should be something that I do with that over there, because I just seen... Yeah, look, there's 2 of these spiders in this one spot. So please, make it where I can spawn that using an ob, and they're not just world spawns, mate. That'd be very wonderful if a developer hears that from this, from the Anunnaki mod. Because that would make everything so much better for a quality of life for users, especially on console. Oh, we're in the redwoods now, which most of my sound has went away through my headset. Oh, I heard something. Yeah. Okay, now I'm starting to see them. Pteranodons, dire bear, alrighty. But when I was here, I was hearing some stuff too. Let's see. Okay, we got dodo birds. We can see we even got the badass version of the dodo birds. Now, mod developers, another thing I would like to cover is the wild movement speeds to your modded animals. That is way too fast for a wild spawn, and I have turned my speeds to the wild spawns down to like 0.3, okay guys? Imagine this at the base 1.0, how fast that these guys would be moving, okay? And I put that concerningly because, alright, now that I'm being attacked, right, let's go to third person, and try to run away. This is how fast I move. Look at that. They're still directly on top of me. If I ran, and I had to really boost my movement, right? Look at that. He's not even there, but within like a couple seconds. Look. This is how fast I'm moving. Okay, I'll stop. 1, 2. Okay, not even 2 seconds. These guys are there. So being able to play through this with that guy there, Prime Alpha Terrorbird, or even the other ones, is just non-existent. If you aggro one of those, just set your controller down, walk away, and come back and respawn, because you're not getting out of it, alright? I can run like that, but my movement speed had to be set for like freaking 270, okay? Where I'm not even used to this movement speed. I'm not. I would prefer 230 on movement speed. That is my usually cap level for movement speed, because usually 230, I can outrun almost anything in the game. Wow, that graphic tear. I could usually outrun almost anything in the game. And I do mean anything at usual. That's the downside to having some of this stuff. Right? Is you're no longer going to outrun them. Hi, I found the world boss again. Another one. Because instead of having to go into an ob to do that, I can just literally find them, which is not cool. You're still T-posing. Okay, we got Dilos, right? Yep, Dilos. There is even more, and I'm not saying all the modded creatures do it, it's just certain few mods that have like stuff that can outrun players. And I literally had clenched my butthole. And another reason also I ain't playing one of the other maps right now is because they spawn even in the easy zones, and being able to survive is very questionable. Which is also in Scorched Earth, by the way, guys. Because you spawn in even on an easy zone, and then you have, well, not just the dodo birds there that were chasing me, but you get like the raptors, you get all kinds of other things, and I think that needs to be a little bit toned down as well. Because they are kind of over spawning, hence like, look, another prime one, right? Like, the prime creatures there, I think, should be toned down. If it's like 0.3, set it to 0.1, which is actually, instead of 30%, it's 10, and that will turn that to being perfect. If the bosses are set to 0.2, that's 20%. Change that to like 0.1, which is 10%. And it will lower all the stuff. And I do have the admin code already pasted for it, so if you guys want the code to put into your creature spawn list to update your mod, I can just copy paste it to you, and then you just copy paste it into your editor, right? Because I already have it. It's on my computer. For when I go to host a server, I am definitely turning that stuff down. Okay, if not off, right? Because I prefer it to be in an ob. But anyways, we are 100% flying around. That's still level, same level 60 Deinonychus. Ooh, another one. Level 100. Nice. That's a little better for levels, but still low, in my opinion. And I just heard something roar. On top of poison, I see fire down there, and there are 2 of them. Yeah, that needs to definitely be toned back. But let's head over here where I was originally going, because I wanted to see what all spawning inside the cave area. To this over here in a minute, because I'm also going around the outskirts. Again, we got drakes. Well, not drakes, but griffins. Now we're kind of inside the middle here. And you can see we got, you know, badass poison Anki here. Pretty cool. I think all the badass versions just need a little bit of a tone down on like spawn rate for the consoles. And I think some of the reason of my stuff is over spawns to like poison wyvern, you know, stuff like that. So we do have wyverns in here. I don't see the nest areas that would cover getting their egg to tame them, and I just seen looked like a purple health bar, which means there's a boss that spawns here because it's right there. It might be actually very well below, but again, more wyverns, more stuff like that. I'm not seeing where you would collect their eggs from, so I don't know about getting a wyvern on this map. That's very, very weird. Now, I could have overlooked it, yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's an acro. Okay, more RGs, but right there, acro died. Or not. There we go. Ascended Acrocanthosaurus, level 380. You can see what it takes there, and now it's off our screen. Okay. That is basically just showing you guys it works with mods. Alright. And I'm glad I can see that the acro spawns in this map. That's actually pretty cool. There's a lot of extra other modded creatures as well. And I just found a phoenix. Okay, so I found a phoenix now on the island and the center. But this one doesn't have at the moment as much like tearing. Like, I mean, you can see it just did it, but it doesn't have as much, and it's also when I'm super flying around, right, like that. But also haven't built anything. So if I was to go here and build, I wonder if it would do it. And I'm not going to test that theory because I at least want a map I can fly around on. Let's fill Aberration. Let's see if there's any updates they have come out with that I've just downloaded or something that has fixed it. I doubt it because the island is still doing it, but Aberration. We're going to go to Game Rules and then Worlds and then change the maximum difficulty. So at 4, if they were spawning like that, let's tone it back to like 3, right? Save settings, single player. Alright, so you guys can see I do have this, got pyromanes, all different types of stuff, again, off of testing basis, and boom, there's already one issue of the tearing. And again, this all started when I first started playing this map, upon release, by the way. But, you know, you do got the new Yeeling. This is the thing I was telling you guys about, one of the new creatures. Okay. One of the other new creatures, which I think I did spawn in, I just gotta find them. Tearing. Right here. Okay. Oh, tearing. Tearing. Is this bad boy here. Alright. So, the cool thing with these guys, now that I picked one up, is they are awesome. So we're in intercreative mode for this. So I'm not like hurt or anything. Now, we're on swing mode, so if I press L1, I think it is, or what is it? It's like something. I forgot the buttons to this, and it's not showing up now. Oh, shooter mode. Swing mode. Okay, so it's square. So you press square, and you go to shooter mode, and this guy shoots like a little web. And I think it's like a little, kind of like a bola, I believe. But you can go to swing mode, and then now, like, when you look at something, you have a chance at, like... Oh, I forgot you have to, on PlayStation, do this. right? And then when you release, it releases. And you get 53, so I can go like this, jump. Whoops, I double tapped, so I almost started flying there. I don't know how to do the other part yet, which is like where people were... Because you have to hold on, so how do we... So that pulls, but how do you... I've seen people kind of... Hold on. I want to test. Because I've seen people... That's how you do it. Oh, that is so weird. I have to play in claw to do it. Alright. So, that's already something I want fixed and changed. Because to do this, right, where you can go up surfaces, like that. Which this one ain't even doing it now. There we go. I have to hold the button. Okay? And if, like, just holding doesn't do it. I have to jump. Oh, I'm out of. Before I fall. I have to let it regen. Alright. So, you have to hold the button to get it to get you to go way up. So, if I do that, we jump, I shoot, I hold the button. Okay, I'm now swinging. Nothing. Now, if I tap R1, hold R1. Okay, so I have to hold R1. I can now go up like this, and I do not like that. I just don't. Okay? The reason being is because if you have to play in claw and you have to hold the button down, that's all you're gonna get. You're not gonna be able to swing. You're not gonna be able to grapple. Because I do that and I release, it's gone. I have to literally aim at something and grapple it. And what I mean by grapple it is, hold on, let me... Oh, they're both using the same ammo type. Alright. Is I have to do this, and then I have to play in claw and hold R1 while using my literal middle finger to hold on to the controller. And I find that being dumb. I just do. I think if I have to hold the button and not play in claw, I should be able to hold X and be able to have this happen. Okay? I shouldn't have to do the other stuff. But, yes, you basically get to be Spider-Man in Ark, okay, guys? It's just a headache and buttons that you have to learn. This is what the new ghillie suit looks like for Aberration. Okay? It's meh. It's blue. Okay? Does it blend in with the fauna? Probably not. Okay, because again, the fauna around here is regular, like, green. So if I go inside this, go to photo mode, you can see there's the fauna, and right here is me. Okay? I stick out like a sore thumb. Just wanted to show that. Okay? Kind of weird. Oh, hi there, drop. And I can stick you to drops. That is... weird. Another thing, Ark, is something I don't like, and this can crash your game, so be careful, guys, if you want to test this. But when you're in an inventory, and say I wanted to pull this inventory over here, L1 is transfer all items, but what's going to happen is it's going to transfer my bug into here. And then when I tap it again, it'll transfer everything out and into my inventory. Let me kind of show that, but I want to do it with something like if I crash my game, it's not going to be missing a bug. So one of my spiders, I kind of don't want to lose it. So what we're going to do is throw this little spider down right here. Okay. I don't know why it went way over there, which is very... weird. Because it should have been right there. There we go. Hold on. We're going to go ahead and do capacity a little bit. We're going to do charge regen and health. There. So now he holds a little bit more and stuff like that. And what these guys eat are these. Okay, I don't know why I have it there. We'll do that. Is that. Now I'm going to show you guys. Can I just grab some meat or something out of something? Oh my god, I'm stuck on my freaking rock drake, man. I can't move. I can't move. What am I stuck on? Yellow? Get off me, bud. Move. Like, I'm stuck in your damn jaw. Move it. I can't move it. Alright, I'm gonna have to get a Drake saddle. Hold on, guys. D-R-A. I'm gonna attack one on you. Just because I can. Okay? Just because I'm stuck on your dumb self. There. So, this is what they look like with the you know, I'm going to call it the bionic fucking saddle instead of the tech saddle, but yes, that's what they look like with the freaking tech saddle. And yellow, I am now waking up over here because this game's glitchiness at the moment. On console, that's GG. Alright, to show you guys this, we'll use this teleporter. Okay. Came. There. Okay. With this, so if I come over, I'm going to go to this, and we're probably going to crash here. If not, it's going to surprise me, but if I press L1, you will now see my teleporter has entered the inventory of this drop. And then when I press L1, now I have taken the drop. Okay, so you have to literally double press L1. And I don't like that. They need to block beacons, okay, aka the drops, from being a chest. And when I say a chest, I mean being able to take my inventory and put into it. That should not be possible. There should be something in code line there saying, I spawn with this, I'm not supposed to take items, right? Unless we're talking about transporting from server to server. But even then, it shouldn't be with the drops. It should be with the obelisk or tech transmitters. It shouldn't be drops. So, if I want to do Flame Absorb, it's R1 plus something, because it doesn't fit on my screen. You guys might see it properly, but on my screen it will not. And I might have to go to stream to look at it. But it says, swap to shoulder pet is R1 plus something. I guess that might be, nope, it's not that. Nope, I got rid of that. Okay, nothing. So, is it R1 plus triangle? Nope. Is it R1 plus circle? No. Is it R1 plus this? Yes. Oh god. I swapped it to shoulder pet, and I think my pet just despawned out of the world after. Or it's somewhere I can't even see its nameplate. Okay, it's... Nope, that's my Yingling. Yep, I think I just shadow realmed my creature. Or it's on my shoulder, one of the two, but I didn't see it on my shoulder. We'll try it. Nope. Oh, there we go. Yep, it was on my shoulder, just invisible. So... back into you. Okay, that works. It didn't over on the island, but that works. Alrighty. So that's how that does. Alright, let's do R1 plus square, which does nothing. So it was R1 plus circle, switch to the shoulder pet. R1 plus bite. And you've seen the graphic detail. R1 plus bite. R1 plus look. R1 plus this. Nothing. So, Flame Tail, it says hold. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna have to look at all the different stuff because I really don't know, man. The distance it leaps is good. The movement speed this thing has is okay. It's balanced. But I don't know. It's one of those things like I'm gonna have to really figure out how to use, because it says use this. And then that does nothing. Okay, that did. So I had to wait for it to build up, I guess. But holding L1 and pressing L2 does whatever that is. Okay. I literally have to sit here and just figure it out, or read it on stream, and I don't feel like doing either or. Instead of just making it how I feel it should be, which is R2 is the regular swipe attack, L2 could be like whatever that jump thing is, and then you click your look button in to be the third attack, right? Would have been the easier route to go. Rock Drake. Not worried about you though, I'm collecting the bush. Alright. I'm not worried about health. We'll do a couple bit more into here. So we'll say like 1200. Movement speed is already 270, something I don't like. Crafting skill, I guess, the rest of the way. And then save the game. So, yeah, it's just one of those things like, whatever. And honestly, the time we played, I haven't even seen a Velonosaur or any of the other ported creatures, apart from maybe one of the creature ports. And we felt some pretty good stutters with their graphic detail going to nothing to something, and I don't like that. And again, it started doing this after the release of the map we're concurrently playing on. So, yeah. Needs a massive fix. So the developers of Ark, Wildcard, has things to touch on. As always, smash the like, subscribe button. Till next time, stay awesome, and peace!